Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's update on Hurricane Roslyn. So, unfortunately, Hurricane Roslyn has explosively intensified over the last 24 hours, and as of 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, Saturday, October the 22nd, Hurricane Roslyn has maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 954 millibars, and is moving north at 10 miles per hour. Looking at the key messages for Hurricane Roslyn, Roslyn is forecast to be at or near major hurricane strength when it passes near and makes landfall along the west central coast of Mexico tonight and Sunday, accompanied by damaging winds and a dangerous storm surge. Preparations within the hurricane warning area along the west central coast of Mexico should be rushed to completion. Heavy rainfall could lead to flash flooding and possible landslides in areas of rugged terrain over coastal southwestern and west central Mexico. Looking at the infrared satellite of Hurricane Roslyn is looking very impressive on satellite with a solid core of convection. It has lost the eye over the last several hours, which is hopefully a sign that is at least going to start to slowly weaken as it nears landfall in the next 12 to 24 hours. We do have a solid pinwheel shape to the hurricane, so it's a very healthy looking storm with feeder bands on the east side. We are having an increase in southwesterly wind shear that will hopefully slowly weaken Roslyn before she makes landfall. But unfortunately, the warm waters and light wind shear for the last day and a half have worked together to intensify Roslyn much stronger than the National Hurricane Center or anyone was forecasting. So if you're in western Mexico, make sure you are making your last minute hurricane preparations. Looking at the official cone for Roslyn, Roslyn is expected to maintain Category 3 or weaken to a Category 3 by about 12 p.m. tonight with winds of 125 miles per hour and make landfall Sunday morning, tomorrow morning, around 7 or 8 p.m. Central Daylight or Central Standard Time in west central Mexico. We have hurricane warnings in effect for the red areas, tropical storm warnings in effect for the blue areas, and a hurricane watch in the pink area. Around 12 p.m. Sunday, Roslyn will weaken to a tropical storm as she moves inland, and by 12 a.m. Monday, Roslyn will dissipate over north central Mexico. Looking at the official spaghetti model plots for Roslyn, in about 14 to 16 hours from now, Roslyn is going to make landfall, and in about 24 hours, will move over the Sierra Occidental Mountains, and in about 48 hours, Roslyn will begin to approach Texas as a remnant low and start to bring much needed rainfall to Texas on Monday. Looking at the intensity model guidance, most of the models are slightly weakening Roslyn to a mid to high grade Category 3 at landfall, which is going to be still a dangerous hurricane, and then rapidly weaken it as she moves inland across Mexico. And finally, looking at the rainfall totals, Roslyn is expected to bring an additional 2 to 5 inches across much of far west and west central Mexico, where the core comes on shore. We could be looking at about 5 to 8 inches, and I do believe that the model is underdoing this, as the model has underestimated the strength of Roslyn, so there's going to be more moisture over a larger area as a result of the stronger storm. So I do believe that most of these areas are going to be receiving 2 to 5 inches with isolated 8 inches. And looking at the GFS model, the GFS model is really underdoing it, I think, with only about 1 to 4 inches. So make sure you're preparing for mudslides and flash flooding if you live in the impact area of west central Mexico from Roslyn. So thanks for watching this update on Hurricane Roslyn. Make sure you have prepared for, had you have made your hurricane preparations if you live in west central Mexico. Get to higher ground if possible, and move inland if you live along the coast. Thanks for watching and stay safe, my friends.